Hello, everyone, and welcome to 2018's first T3 Technology Tips with Tim video. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's go ahead and hop into our resources here. The first thing I want to share with you is Chris Kaznowski from Central High School shared this with me. I'm a big fan of Google Maps, and he shared us an option I didn't realize existed. What I've done is I've already gone in here into Google Maps, and we're going to go ahead and do then is go over here on the left-hand side where it says menu and click. And we have various options here. The first one's satellite. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And I've gone to satellite view before, but what Chris pointed out to me is when I start zooming out, okay, eventually this space menu will pop up on the left, which I never knew. And what we didn't do is have different options of things we can see out there in space. Obviously, you'll see various planets listed. So, for example, I click on Venus. Venus will pop up and we'll zoom in there. And again, just like whenever I have Earth, I can double click to zoom in. And okay, it starts identifying various places, okay, on Venus. You have Mars, etc. So, and again, some of these things I don't know what they are. But again, for you people exploring space, it's a great option. One thing that's kind of unique is this: you have the International Space Station, so you can actually take a tour of the International Space Station, and they have different things that are highlighted that you can click on, hotspots. It gives information about what you're actually looking at. But again, I can just grab, okay, move around again right here. See, this is a solar array wings. If I click on that, it puts information on the left. So again, just an option in Google Maps I didn't realize existed. So thanks, Chris, for sharing that. And let's go ahead and for our secret word for this month, let's go ahead and use the word space. Okay, S-P-A-C-E, space for our secret word. All right, obviously, I don't know if y'all got a chance to watch the NFC and AFC championship games, but the Super Bowl is set for in a couple of weeks. I think it's a great opportunity to tie in some learning activities. Anytime you have real world activities going on out there, if you can tie a learning activity to it, I think it's great. This is just one site that I've found. Of course, it mentioned about Super Bowl 2016 is referencing last year's Super Bowl. I'm sure we're going to see a few more things, maybe more specific to 2018 coming out. But this website has some pretty good activities. What I like about them is it has them broken down into elementary, middle, high school, and then here's actually some books. But for example, if I click on Super Bowl lessons for middle school and high school, it goes down. Here's a link to New York Times. And on their site, they have a lot of activities related to the Super Bowl you can check out, again, for middle and high school curriculum. Scholastic also has activities that you can use. Kennedy Center, Teach Hub, great link here. I've actually shared this before. This has been around for a while, but Edutopia has something called the Financial Football Game. If you click on that, it's actually a game for ages 11 and up. It's a great interactive game. It's fast-paced. The students have done it, have really enjoyed this game, and it deals with money management and finance questions. So it's a nice little tool that you can use. And I think the New York Times also, if I remember, okay, has again a lot of different activities that you can do. Historically, it's got links, okay, to historical references from previous Super Bowls, et cetera. So again, a nice little resource here. And again, I think some of y'all probably already may have some activities, but you can Google and find some other ones out there as well. This is the one that I've used before. The last thing I want to talk about, and some of y'all I'm sure probably heard about this, it's a tool called Flipgrid. I know that Alyssa and Natalie down the southern end offered some PD on January 3rd at North Fork. Flipgrid is a tool that allows your students to give video feedback on any topic that you choose. Recap is another tool that kind of was the first one out there. That's also an outstanding one. I'm going to show you just Flipgrid today because this really doesn't require any account login information for your students. You can just set up one on the teacher end and just share a code, and it gives them opportunity to go on a website or anywhere they can access the internet and give video feedback. So real quick, let me just go ahead and walk through here just the basics of it. I'm going to go to Educator Login. I already have an account with Google. I always like when you just do it with your Google account. And first of all, there's a free version, and then there's also the classroom version. Now, for the free one, you're allowed to create one grid, but you can have an unlimited amount of topics. that you can send out to your students and they can reply back using video. And they have unlimited studio response videos. They can either create a 15-second reply or a 90-second. And then you have these different options too for the free one. Over here to the right for $65 a year, you can see you have unlimited grids. You can see the difference here. You have a different range of how long they can reply to a video, up to 5 minutes. So these are the different options right here. But I'm just going to obviously just stick with the free one. Let me go bring that back up. Good old Control Shift T. So if I go back here now, again with Freeman, I only have one grid. I call mine Taylor Flipgrid, so it's already been created. And if you try to do a new one, say, hey, sorry, you got to buy the upgrade to do it. But if I click on it, it allows me to create any topics that I want to ask my students to give feedback. So just say, for example, I'll click New Topic, and let's say I want to do plant cells. And again, remember, I only have two choices. It can either be a 15-second or a minute 30. I'm going to leave it at minute 30. But here's where I actually asked my question. We learned about plant cells today. Please share one thing you learned about plant cells. So it's a type form of assessment. Instead of them actually maybe filling out a Google form, having to write something, it's the way they can actually, in their own words, tell what they learned about. So I think video is a great way to assess learning. And here's your different settings. Then you can launch. You have launch and freeze dates. I can leave it open. I can make it active or not active, or I can just freeze it, which is kind of neat. I can actually record myself if I want to add to the instructions. I can upload a video, add a video from YouTube. So in other words, I can easily just show like a little bit of a YouTube video and ask for them to give feedback. I can upload an image, ask them to give feedback. This I've never done. I can add an emoji. So different options here when it comes down to the way I present the question to get feedback from. I can also put a URL to a link to attach this to the topic. Okay, I'll give another title. And here's my response features. In other words, I can allow them to actually add stickers and drawings to their reply or none. You gotta be careful with students. Sometimes they get wrapped up in putting stickers and selfies. They don't really kind of focus in on the content and what you're looking for their answers. So you can adjust these things. You can play around with them. And I can make the response link public or private. If I do private, I can only see their videos. They can't see the other ones in the class. If you leave it public, students can actually see the other videos that have been posted from their classmates. So it's totally up to you. These are different things here that you can also take a look at and adjust. Okay. And once I'm done, then I can go ahead and create the topic. And what I can do then is it gives a specific link. So if I do this right here, I highlight this, or if I share this code, all right, and I just say got it, so I can copy that and do got it. If I go ahead and go to a new tab, all right, and we go ahead and just kind of log out here to be on the safe side for right now. If I go to the new tab and then I post this or I paste this in, I press enter. This is what the students will see. And what I do is I go ahead and it says we learned about plant cells today. Please share the one thing you learned about plant cells. All right, so it says your voice is awesome. Share it. So if I click here, see, it allows me then, again, I have up to 90 seconds that I go and record my reply about plant cells. All right. So, and then what's nice is it will go back as a teacher. I can see I'll have little thumbnails of every response that my students have that I can watch them individually. So check out Flipgrid. It's a neat tool. Again, the free version is not bad. Great way to start. And again, recaps another you may want to check out. All right, hope everyone goes well. Again, share the secret word with me. Gives you an opportunity to win the door prize for this month. And of course, you get in for the grand drawing at the end for the Chromebook. All right, everybody, take care.